everybody. For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Wells & Young's Brewery Double Chocolate Stout. Young's Double Chocolate Stout is a beer that I had when I very first started getting into craft beer. I remember thinking it was good then, but I don't remember much about it specifically. It was definitely too early for me to have written down any kind of notes or anything like that, so we're going to see if it kind of has stood the test of time and if it's still as good as I remember or think I remember it being. So there's a lot going on in this bottle. It says chocolate malt and real dark chocolate are combined with Young's award-winning rich, dark, Aleto craft and satisfyingly indulgent but never overly sweet experience. It says pure luxury on the front of the bottle here. It says double chocolate stout, ale with natural chocolate flavor added. It is 5.2% alcohol by volume, which is incredibly weak for a stout of what it's going to be as a double stout. So it's just slightly above domestic alcohol levels here. It is brewed out of Bedford, UK. And it's a product of England, and there's really not much more to say about it. So I'll be drinking this today out of the Duvel glass. That's my favorite glass to use for stouts. So without further ado, I'm going to get the cap off and see if it is as good as I remember it. Straight out of the bottle, it is ridiculously dark brown. Not too terribly much head potential. Well, actually, it's moderate. And there's enough left in the bottle there to top it off after you've drank a little bit. Formed about a finger of medium dark brown head into the light. It is, as you may well have expected, which was pitch black. Let's give it a smell. There's a strange sourness up front that's going along with the chocolate. There's also some slightly Bock-style smoky notes within the aroma. Basically, it smells like anything except for a chocolate stout. No joke. I mean, I can smell a lot of malt, but if I had this, I would actually think it was a smoke beer or a Doppelbock, maybe. Let's see. I don't know if that's because it's so cold right now, it's really shutting down the aromas or not. But let's go ahead and give it a taste. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and then we'll let it warm up a bit and come back to it. But as far as taste goes right now, there is chocolate, and it's a pleasant chocolate. It's a very dark German chocolate, but it's more like chocolate powder. Like if you've had Ovaltine or Nesquik, how it has that taste when it's in powdered form or powdered cocoa. That's the kind of chocolate you're getting, but it's only at the very end of the beer. Up front, it tastes more like a Bock or a Doppelbock or a Rock beer. As where it stands right now, not a very good stout. But I do think maybe it needs to warm up, so we're going to let it do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Been letting this warm up for about 20 minutes or so now, and now it's just slightly chilled. Let's see and hope that it improves both the aroma and the taste. There may be a little bit more chocolate in the aroma, but it really hasn't changed all that much. Let's taste it. It's a little bit better. Just a bit. It actually has some kind of almost wine tastes coming out of it now. The alcohol is showing up more, which is definitely preferable over what it was when it was ice cold. Okay, I'm not gonna give it an F or anything, but it's not a good stout. It's an okay stout. You've got kind of like a alcoholic, winey sort of taste up front, which is nice. And that fades into your bittersweet chocolate and malts in the back, which sounds fantastic. It sounds like it's a really high quality stout, but it's just very subdued. Those flavors are. They're not very strong or pungent in any way. It's okay, I guess. I would give this beer like a 4.9 out of 10. Like, you know, I would get something else, but if it was available and there wasn't much else, I mean, you know, it'd be a good choice then. It could be a starter stout for someone who's just getting into the craft beer world and, you know, isn't used to really heavily chocolatey things or real bitter things. This might do the trick, but for anyone with any kind of experienced palate at all, intermediate and up, it's really not that special. And that's probably why I thought it was special, because it was one of the first beers I ever drank, so that's probably it. Anyway, that has been my review of Young's Double Chocolate Stout. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and stay tuned for the next one as usual.